One of the most popular techniques used to prioritize the product backlog is MOSCO. It is an intellectual property of the dynamic software development method. However, many Scrum teams use it to prioritize their user stories. The MOSCO acronym stands for M is for must-have. These are the user stories that must be included before the launch of a product. That is, at the beginning of a project, these stories should be clarified and prioritized. Not delivering these stories means that the solution is not viable or incomplete. These stories define the minimum scope of the product based on the priority of the customer. S is for should have. These user stories are not critical to the launch of the product, but are considered to have high value to the customer. However, if these stories are not delivered, the customer will still get value from the product. C is for could have. These user stories are nice to have and can be included without too much effort or cost. However, these stories will be the first to be removed from the scope of the product if the deadlines of the project are at risk. W is for won't have. These user stories have been requested by the customer, are not part of the scope, but may be included in a future phase of development. It is important to understand that MOSCO prioritization is specifically designed to be implemented within fixed timeframes. If the backlog is not designed based on fixed timeframes, the customer will most likely define everything in the backlog as a must-have. The best way to think about MOSCO prioritization is, within this specific timeframe, I must have, should have, could have, or won't have this feature. Sometimes MOSCO fails when the stories are defined at a very granular level, as this will lead the customer to again perceive all stories as must-haves. For example, an e-commerce system must have a payment module, but there are opportunities to prioritize the story based on the type of payment, rigor, security, and so depending on the payment method used.